Michael Snyder, California weather-wise. Today is September 26th, and right now we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. We got a lot going on here. You can see a cutoff low north of the Hawaiian Islands. There's California right here. We got our own upper level low spinning right across the state as we speak. Southeast portions, Riverside, San Bernardino County. You can see the little cinnamon bun right there, and this is going to be with us here for today, tomorrow, and Sunday before we get a more robust pattern change coming in here. A frontal system will be approaching from the north and the west, and that'll push through portions of California. We'll take a look at all those details. You'll see Hurricane Narda down here to the south if you look as well, and some of that moisture is going to try to push off to the north and east. We'll see how far north that is going to get. Now, looking at lightning strikes yesterday, the last 24 hours, we did add some, have some across some of the coastal range right near some of the I-5 corridor here. Sierra Nevada, foothills, a lot across Nevada here, but this is going to be a recurring theme, and this is going to start to pick up again across some of San Bernardino, Riverside, Imperial County, and perhaps back towards places like Kern County, Los Angeles, as we start to get some of this moisture wrapping around this upper level low. Still some unstable conditions here will be present all the way on in through Sunday before the next frontal system gears up and moves in. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station with its own lightning detection system, it's so much fun having one of these at your place of residence when you get some of these storms moving in here. And of course, we're starting to get back more towards our active season as we go through fall and winter. Click on the link down below to save 10% off. So there's Hurricane Narda out there. You saw it on the mid-level water vapor loop, and you can kind of see as it starts to turn back to the north. Of course, its winds are no threat here to the southwest portion of the USA, but some of its moisture is going to try to move north. We'll look at more on that here in a moment. Now, there's our upper level low right on California there. And this is 500 millibars, 18,000 feet. The reason why meteorologists call this an upper level low is because its characteristics are much more discernible in the upper levels of the atmosphere. You look at the surface map there, you're not seeing big pressure gradients and a big, cyclonic windstorm or anything like that from this system. This is much more discernible in the upper levels of the atmosphere. But that does not mean that we don't get impactful weather from it. As you've known, the last few days got some pretty widespread thunderstorm activity from this upper level low, and it is not done. Don't be lulled into a false sense of security as we go through the day today. We're getting a little bit of a break yesterday and today, but Saturday the thunderstorm activity is really going to ramp up again, and Sunday as well. And if I put that into motion, you can kind of see how this is just bobbing and weaving as we go through the day. Saturday centered right across portions of California, and you'll also see what's going on across the Pacific Oceans. This trough gets established, and this is going to start to swing a frontal system towards the state and finally kick that system off to the east. And then we got to get a good 1-2 punch of frontal systems as that moves through. This goes out through about Wednesday night here. Now, taking a look at about 300 millibars, this is 30,000 feet up in the atmosphere. This is where the jets are and whatnot. And you can kind of see the subtropical jet stream here on the southern side of our upper level low here, the polar jet further off to the north. And there is Narda out there over the Pacific Ocean. And you can see our upper level low spinning and staying with us here as we go through this weekend. And then the Pacific frontal system starts to move through as we go through Monday. And another shot there as we go through Tuesday night. And we start to switch things up a bit. Now, if we take a look at precipitable water, again, it's been tropical out there. I've got a lot of comments on it. We predicted that well in advance. It's tropical moisture up and across the region, muggy conditions, thunderstorm activity, and that's going to be continuing here through this weekend, as I mentioned. And you can see Narda try to make a turn back towards the northeast, but not a lot of its moisture gets back into the area. And you can kind of see the Pacific frontal system keeping that trap back down to the south just enough where it's not going to be moving back across California. Now, composite reflectivity, this is what the Doppler radar may look like here over the next 60 hours. I'm going to put this into motion as we go through the day today, see some of those storms popping off. And these might not look like much, but these could be prolific lightning producers out there across some areas. And you've got San Diego County right there. But you've got Imperial, Riverside, San Bernardino County, Tulare County, Inyo County as well. Portions of Nevada are going to be under the gun today. And you can see some of these thunderstorms. I mean, these are going to be packing a wallop here today for some locations, even moving back towards Los Angeles County here, as you can see, as we go through the afternoon hours, and again, spinning across portions of San Bernardino County as well. And yeah, those are going to be packing a punch. But watch what happens as we go through Saturday. Look at this really get ramped up there across Riverside County, just near the Salton Sea. And you can see it spinning there. And look at some of these thunderstorms, moving up again across Tulare, Kern County as well. And some of that moves back towards Ventura and even Santa Barbara County across some of the higher terrain. You got to watch out for that wraparound moisture with this upper level low. and we go on through Sunday as well. And again, another round of thunderstorms for some locations. But you can also see to the north and west that next frontal system starting to gear up to push towards the northwest coast of California. Now, if we look at the total precipitation in inches, I'll scroll through this kind of quickly because you kind of see the hit and miss nature of these storms. And some of these are really going to be gully washers, dropping some big amounts for some locations as we go over the next few days. The Sierra Nevada included in that as well. But yeah, some of these are up over 2-3 inches for some isolated locations, and then some places aren't getting much. So you're going to have the big hit and miss nature again, like, I didn't see anything. And then some people are going to be like, man, it was crazy. So and again, you can see the frontal system off to the north and west. Now, looking at convective available potential energy, you can see how we destabilize today, and then we go on into tomorrow. You see that cape out there as well, and then on through Sunday, we destabilize a bit again as that system is now kicking off to the east. And if we look at the high resolution rapid refresh, again, today, you can see that thunderstorm activity across San Bernardino County, moving down towards Riverside County. Again, can't rule out thunderstorms for many locations today, but as we go through tomorrow, you can see the spin right there across southeast California. Again, look at all that thunderstorm activity. On the agreement that Saturday is probably going to be the most active day as you see the spin in the atmosphere with these thunderstorms moving across the region there. Then move off towards Sunday morning. That system slides to the east. And this is Las Vegas National Weather Service all over it. You can see potential hazards. This is today's storm outlook. And again, this is going to be going on over the next few days. Gusty outflow winds, dangerous, frequent lightning, heavy rain, isolated flooding with stronger storms. Now, Saturday rain chances, also San Diego, California National Weather Service talking about that. Also, some of that could be trying to push back out of the north and east towards some of the foothill areas. Look at this Palm Springs towards 40%. Yeah. Beaumont there on the 10, 34%. Big Bear Lake, of course, 50% as well. So this is the pattern change here. You can see the National Weather Service Sacramento definitely onto it. It's on its way here, and confidence increasing for some widespread rain for some locations here. And the noticeably cooler below normal temperatures will be accompanying this pattern change. Now, if we take a look at 100-meter wind speeds, you got the typical stuff here down to out of the north and the northwest across a lot of the coastal regions here. But as we go on in through Sunday, you'll see the change. The south winds start to come and start to bring some blustery conditions to the northwest coast, and perhaps as far south is maybe the Bay Area, down towards Monterey Bay a little bit there as well as we go through the day on Monday. Some gusty southerly winds coming across the Sacramento Valley, the Sierra Nevada. Also, our first robust Pacific frontal system of the year. And then we get kind of a 1-2 punch as another one swings through as we go through the day on Tuesday. Maybe not as strong, but maybe a little bit stronger for some portions of southwest Oregon and northwest California. So, taking a look here at 6-hour precipitation type, what we're going to be looking at here, this is the European, so let's go ahead and look at this, the thunderstorm activity for today across southern portions of California. And then as we go through Saturday, it does agree that there is going to be more widespread thunderstorm potential as we go through the day on Saturday. So then we scroll on into Saturday night, this Sunday, you can see some of that activity moving off to these. But what you'll notice again is that frontal system. So as we try to time this out, we go on in through about Monday morning, starts to clip very extreme portions of northwest California. And you can see this is going to be packing a little bit of a punch there. It's got some decent precipitation amounts with it, and it moves towards the Bay Area as you go through Monday afternoon, Monday evening, some of the Sacramento Valley, later on Monday night, Sierra Nevada. And you notice it loses its punch as it rounds Monterey Bay there. And then we get the next round of precipitation associated with that as we go through Tuesday and on into Wednesday. And if we take a look at total precipitation in inches on the European ensemble mean when all is said and done, it's the Bay Area, right around 1/4 inch. But the further north you go, definitely the bigger amount. Some of the Sacramento Valley getting a little bit. It even shows some of the northern San Joaquin Valley getting a bit. Sierra Nevada there. Also some of the central coast, right around 1/4 inch. And this is from the thunderstorm activity with the upper level low before that frontal system arrives. Now, looking at the extended forecast a little bit there, there's our upper level low, and then we get the Pacific frontal systems moving through as we go through the upcoming week. What happens after that? Well, we build a bit of a ridge here, but there's still some troughing off the coast of the Pacific Northwest, and maybe a little bit upper level low right off the coast of California there as we go on in through the next weekend. And then always some fun stuff in the extended forecast. Look at that trough right off the coastline there. So maybe we'll stay active as we go on into portions of October. Who knows? This is kind of just a fantasy forecast, a fun look at the extended forecast at what could happen at this time of year. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. You see the above normal for much of the west. kind of a mixed bag a little bit, I guess, there. But 6 to 10 day precipitation, and this is probably including that frontal system that rolls through here as we start going into early October. Mixed bag again. And check out the Patreon page if you want to donate some of your hard-earned money towards the channel. This is probably the best way to do it. It allows creators to keep about 88 to 90% of what you donate. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, click like and subscribe. We'll break this all down again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.
You look overhead at the historic Pier 60. You're looking back.
Okay,